I played all over the country, and I got to see a lot of different climates, a lot of different cities, a lot of different outdoor areas, golf courses and stuff like that. And so I've seen it all. And the fact that still here in El Paso, I think says a lot about El Paso, the climate, and how easy it is to live here and live outside in El Paso. We started a family at the time, 2 kids, and we knew that the outdoor area was going to be important to them. So came across this place where a friend of mine owned it, and he was looking to sell it, and so it was perfect timing. So when we moved in, we had wall-to-wall grass basically, and the patio was useful. It was a fun place to hang out, but all it was a slab really, and we put some furniture out there. Kind of wanted to dress it up a little bit, and that's where George comes in.
Most of the time people aren't thinking of what feels good. They're thinking about function only. And so many times people have a large slab, and that's what he had. He had a huge slab of concrete and tables and chairs and chase lounges and stuff, but it was all like bunched, it was all on the same thing, and that's normal. A lot of people, that's what they have. And so right away I'm like, that's really not, it doesn't feel good, So we of course, took the slab out and created destination spaces, and we've got a lot of places for everybody to hang out, and that's what we specialize in.
I went to George. I said, George, I want a outdoor grill to incorporate with the patio, because I had this grill back here, but I was grilling out over here. People were on the patio, and it was very, I never got to talk to my guests.
We have people that sometimes they're like, well, we want a pavilion style, and I'm like, you don't really want that, because everybody's crowded, and you got grandma and grandpa, you got kids, you got mom and dad, and a lot of times people want to kind of go and hang out in certain spaces. That doesn't mean they're apart, they're still together, but they're having different conversations. And so we want to create those conversation spaces or destination spaces, so people can hang out by the fireplace, people can go to the bar, people can eat at the bar, and then people can sit by the fire pit, and then people can sit on chase lounges, and really kind of meander and just, feel great.
Coming up, one of the signature services of Go Designs is their stunningly accurate digital 3D rendering of what a living space will look like before construction begins. Stay tuned.
When we first moved in, it was great. But as time went on, and we were able to see what, other places, other people's outdoor living space, I realized that it could be way better.
When I showed JP the design, he, of course, he was overwhelmed in a good way. He's like, because he didn't really think about the components in the way that I'm thinking about the components and how they work. He didn't realize how, looking out his windows, that it's connected to the interior, but it's exterior, but it's basically outdoor living. And so when he saw all these spaces, he could imagine, then the wheels start spinning, like, hey, I could entertain and have these parties and get-togethers, and it just feels, it just makes sense.
George understood, but I think he wanted to take it one step further and do something a little bit more unique. And he offered to draw up a plan for me and show me what he could do. And when I saw that, I remember saying to him, you can do this?
So all of our clients, we do the design first, whether it's a rendering or a blueprint design, but it's really not for me, it's for them. Most of the time I already see what's going to work, and but it's very hard to explain. And so with the rendering, they're able to see it and then make decisions and then feel comfortable about investing, in a project like what we do.
Coming up, the homeowner chooses Pennsylvanian bluestone to create the perfect platform for his outdoor kitchen. See why quality materials make all the difference in an outdoor living space. Stay tuned.
He gave me a little flash drive, and he said, this is what I've come up with. And I plugged it into my computer, and I saw the pictures, and I thought, and there's people in the drawings and stuff, and there's lights, and here's what it looks like at night, and here's what it's going to look like with the fire going, and here's what it's going to look like during the day, and And I saw all that, and it was so lifelike. It was 3D, and there was even a flyby.
The beauty about having a 3D rendering is that we can change materials and talk about what those materials cost. And for example, one of the, once we have a budget put together, a lot of the times it's hard to understand, what's the investment cost. And I'm like, well, it's materials. There's $8 a square foot material, and there's $100 a square foot material. But most of the time people don't have options. We want to give them options.
The coolest part was not only did it happen, but it's identical to what the drawings are. And when I go through my phone, I told you earlier, when I go through my phone and I see pictures of the finished product, and I see the drawings that he gave me, I can't tell the difference. It's identical. So I was really impressed with that.
I'm very satisfied with the project that we do. It's yours, but it's mine. And JP's place, all my projects, they're all my projects. And so that's why I have to do what I have to do, and because it's a representation of who I am, and it's a representation of who they are.
There's not a piece of wood or drywall or anything that will deteriorate over time in this entire project. It is 100% limestone, Pennsylvania bluestone. And how they got it all in here, I don't know, but it's going to be standing forever.